So as promised, I would give y'all a AMC GME update. I may be going over a few extra along with this video, so just be patient with me. There's a lot of plays out there that all look fantastic for a lot more upside to come here in the near future. Alright, so the first one is GME. So if you look here, this is your macros perspective. We can go a little bit bigger on it if y'all want. Alright, so you see here, we had this flush up. Now, I've been trying to get an accurate Elliott wave count on this. So this is what I've been trying to figure out. So you notice the impulse here. Now, I'm trying to debate if this is, so let me show you. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, so you have multiple options that this could be. Now, you can have, like, say, this is your one wave. This is your two. This is your three. This is your four, which is rather quick. And then a lower low for a five wave. And that could be your first set of first sequence of waves. Now, if you zoom in a little bit closer here, okay, I'm just going to erase all this. We don't need all that. Okay, now when I say that there's multiple sequences and waves, this right here just reminds me too much of a two wave. But if this is a two wave, that's absolutely enormous. Okay, so the macro perspective of this would result in it being, this is actually a one wave leading to a two, coming up with your three, and a three wave. I'm going to show you how this, let me just put this on. So say if you have a three wave, sorry, I know this may be off a little bit. So say if you just measure this. Now taking that for instance, it's a three wave can sometimes be double, triple, you just never know. It's kind of a hit or miss type of game. So say if we just take even double. So what I'm doing is just copying that and put a double extension on it. That's hard to believe, right? 11,000. No, that's not 11, that's 116,000. Lord. Okay. Let's do something else. That's why it's so hard to believe that this is a two wave, because it's I mean 116,000. Anyways, so if we pull your fibs from top to low, okay, say this is some type of, even a four wave, since it takes the longest, even if it's a four wave, okay, like I said, this was your three, this could have been your four, so it would have been like, this is your four, and then say your five. That's where your fibs come in. Now, if you look at it from a four wave perspective, once you get those fibs, I would expect a higher high than your previous 120 high. So I'm gonna erase this. Just get rid of all that. So long-term perspective of GME, I would expect no less than 173, but I would be targeting, honestly, in this upper 2.618 range, just to be honest, because something tells me this is not a 4-wave. I really do hope it's a 2-wave, because we're talking break the market. I mean, literally. Right, so that's just a little bit of a macro perspective. I know that might not make a whole lot of sense because I'm still trying to figure this one out. So we're gonna go to a micro. Let's go to the 45-minute. And that may be too much because we haven't been in this very long. Okay. So you see this hook, right? I call them hooks or a J. It's almost, okay, so you have like it's like you form a base and then you have more of a diabolical type of up spike. Now do you see the J? This is what I've been explaining as a J, just so y'all know what that means. So anytime you say J, that's technically what I see, but it's actually, in reality, a big ass cup and handle. If you can see what I see. A cup and handle. Something like that. Okay. Now, a cup and handle, say if we even did a measurement from here to here, you can break out to break out, or break out to top, sorry, and say take it from the lows here. That puts us right at that fib extension, around 120, somewhere in that range. Sorry, 119. Okay. Now if you go to the smaller time frame, let me show y'all something. Okay, so you can see these hooks everywhere. I'm just gonna erase all this so it's not throwing y'all off. Okay, so here you have that base, J, J. You almost had one here, but they dragged it down again. But I mean, you could have seen it was trying, but I'm pretty sure they dragged that one down. Okay, so let's go. Let's do a Elliott wave, damn it, analysis just on the micro here. So right here, this is what I was talking about on your 2 waves. You see how it just consolidates in like the same type of time frame for a good amount of time. So that's why I'm saying this is your 2 wave. You see the price action trades in this range. You break out, come back to retest, and then you see this massive uptick of a 3. Interesting. So what I am technically seeing this as is we had so much bullish momentum. We had Roaring Kitty in there talking. So I believe this extra hook is an overextension. So this is the top of your 3 wave. And your 4 wave takes nearly half the time of what your 3 wave did. So, okay. So we're gonna go, like I said, I wanted to see that 25 to 27 mark, and that's roughly where we hit today. And then your top of your 5, like I said, I wanted to see this 120 mark. Okay. Right here, let me show y'all this. If you notice on GME, you're starting to form this base again. AMC, it looks a lot stronger than GME in my opinion. But I'll show you AMC here in a minute. So right here, you notice how you start to have a base. So you can still trade sideways a little bit, and then you start to ramp. And when it does, it's going to be fast. It's going to be very fast. This one's a lot bigger than these other ones, in my opinion, though. A lot bigger. When I say this thing is truly going to squeeze, I believe it's truly going to squeeze. So this is kind of what I'm just waiting on with GME. I guess I could show y'all a 4-wave count. So technically you have an A, B, sharp C. Your C is usually your sharp leg. This is technically a 4 and a D wave, if you want to put it like that. And then a 5th. Okay, so this right here, I could see this being a new set of waves. This being a 1, this being a 2. And then you have this massive tick of a 3. It's a micro, so it won't be huge at first. You may come up to test right in this range. You get some type of a small pullback to make an inverse head and shoulders, and then you start to ramp, and then you get some type of consolidation, then you just continue to climb. That's roughly what I'm waiting on to see what happens going tomorrow into next week on GME. Now let me show y'all AMC. Alright, so as I was saying on this one, let me delete all this so you can get the whole perspective of it. Alright. So AMC. I'm looking at this one, and I'm personally a lot more bullish on this one short term compared than I am GME. This one just has that strong J shape to it. I mean, you can clearly see it. I mean, you can even trade a little bit more sideways here. The bigger it gets of the dome part of it, the larger the spike up will be. I mean, this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I haven't seen this on AMC or GME in a long time. And I truly believe we are about to see some massive upside. So, looking at this, if you see even the volume, look at this volume. I mean, it's super freaking heavy here. Yeah, I mean, you can notice here, it was light on this pullback. It ramps back up on this pop-up. I mean, it did get a little heavy here, but that's just the ending of your accumulation range, in my opinion. The final sell-off. And then you have consolidation. You can clear as day see the consolidation. Let me mark that for some of y'all. So right now, we're pretty much just waiting to see this break. And it can go on as long as it wants. I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow. I mean, yeah, it's a waiting game. That's what we're just waiting. But a break of roughly 5.57. You'll see this upper 750. And if you break this 750, this is kind of, let me show you what I want to see. Sorry, I forget where everything's at. So I kind of want to see something like this. Just kind of trade in this range. Bounce up to the 750. Make a big inverse head and shoulders. and then you start your push, and then your real squeeze starts to begin, like so. I hope this makes sense to y'all. I didn't really go too much into AMC because I just truly believe this is going to push up very soon. I want to see this hit at least 34, no less. From a macro perspective, it looks like crap, obviously. But if you notice this, there's a gap here that needs to be filled at 44. Let me look at something for y'all. And this right here, AMC is very hard to look at it from an LA wave perspective because it's more of those hooks. If you see the hook here, the J, if you see the J, look at this one, the J. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't think 34 is the top. I could say that. I think we're gonna see, I truly believe we'll see all-time highs very soon. And all-time highs are 409. And we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm honestly more bullish AMC than I am GME. Just being honest. Alright, yeah. I hope y'all like this content. I may not be the best teacher out there, but I'm trying. Alright, I hope y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.